Hey, what's the deal, Cowboys Nation? Going to be bringing a new segment, something new. I'm trying. It's going to be called Random Thought, and we're just going to briefly discuss some things that just pop into my head. As far as things that relate to Cowboys Nation. Um, the first thing I wanted to discuss is Jaylon Smith. Now, with Jaylon Smith, everyone it's probably a more unstable or tricky situation when it comes to him. Now, the positive side with Jaylon Smith is, even though he came into the league with an injury problem, he since that first year he missed, he hasn't really missed games since then. He's been playing damn near like a high snap rate, and he's like finishing games. So that's something that you would love to see from a second round pick, based on, like I said, his previous injury history. But the good thing about his situation, he's been able to play at a good level as far as career wise, and he's been able to stay healthy. Now, on the flip side of it, you have to understand the difference in scenarios. Now, if it was just Jaylon Smith that played bad last year, as far as the linebacker core, then you can really be a little bit more wary, or not really stand on Jaylon as far as a good player. You would see that it was everyone. If you looked at the film, everyone played bad last year as far as the linebackers, and as the season wore on and continued, we saw improvement. We saw things change, and we saw effort. Like that Steelers game, that was probably one of the most complete games we played, even though we lost. But just I think once everyone's seen that game, right? I could be right, I could be wrong, but I think once we came out of that game with that effort on both sides of the football, I think a lot of us thought, hey, maybe we can actually win this division. Because I know it was, at some point, man, it was a cloud over Cowboys Nation, man. Last year we weren't feeling it, man. Once Dak went out, man, it was pretty much cloudy days up until that Steelers game for me. And when I seen that Steelers game and I'm watching, I'm like, man, we're playing good, man. Our defense is balling. We might actually win this game, and we almost won. But I think with Jaylon, man, he's going to be in a better situation as far as he's going to have a better defensive line in front of him, a better linebacker duo or trio, as far as just linebackers that are going to be able to cover and able to make plays. And then we're going to be placed in a situation where the chef is going to be experienced, man. His playbook or his cookbook, or however you want to analyze it, it's been on the shelf for years. This he's not going to be coming in trying something new and just making, let's see if this is going to work. It's not going to be an experiment, man. I feel like he knows what he's doing right now, and he's setting it up for success. Now, the next topic I wanted to discuss is CeeDee Lamb. Now, with this scenario, it just came to my head. I'm watching other Cowboy YouTubers, and that's what I do, man. I like, when I'm not at work, man, I pretty much either I think about a video or a concept, or I get in the bag where I just watch everybody I've been watching, as far as the YouTube world. But I'm starting to think that they want CeeDee Lamb to stay in the slot. I think with the draft pick, I think he was either pick to either replace Gallup or just be insurance, just in case they're not able to re-sign him. But if they're able to re-sign him, then you have depth. But if Gallup were to move on, I think you would see Semi go to Gallup's position, and I think they're going to leave CeeDee Lamb in the slot. I think when you analyze CeeDee's game last year, like, he had some of the best slot numbers for a rookie that we've ever seen, and he was damn near the best in the league in the slot. So when you see that production, man, and we all know how, like, the new NFL is tight ends and slot. Like, if you can go in the slot, if you're able to dominate the slot game, you can be more dangerous than an outside receiver. So I think they want to continue to build him up for that role and make him more comfortable. And then on the plus side, you get someone that's able to put out the same production as Gallup and Semi if Gallup were to move on. So that's my opinion, because I don't think you draft Semi to go on the slot. I think if it was between the two of Semi and CeeDee as far as slot, I think everyone would rather have CeeDee in the slot. That's my opinion. So I think going forward, regardless of who's the actual best receiver, I think when it comes to just the system and what players can produce well in certain areas, I think you're going to see CeeDee hold down that slot going forward. So we can go ahead and call that Lamb in the middle. Now the next situation was on the opposite side as far as slot corner. Now with this one, this might be a reach, but this is something that's been going around, and I just want to put my point of view on it. Now, as far as Bossman Fat Kyle Joseph, I think, man, if you just look at it from this year right now with who they brought in, and probably maybe a year in the future, this depending on the draft class for next year. Like, a lot of this stuff is year by year. Like, what I'm going to say can be obsolete next year depending on who they bring in the draft or free agency. But it looks like with this draft, I think they actually would consider Bossman Fat in the slot, because when you take Noshawn Wright that high, and with it, it's the same thing as far as Semi in the slot. Body height, physiques, things of that nature. It points to Kyle Joseph in the slot and Noshawn outside with Diggs. If Noshawn is basically showing that he's ready to make that roll or make that jump and be one of the best corners on his team, he's not going to go in the slot. Like, in a perfect world, if Noshawn and Kyle Joseph both ball out, and we understand that both of them have the chance to start, who you think they're going to put in the slot first? So that's the thing. Like, I don't think as far as technique and smoothness, hips and everything, I don't think Noshawn would be better than Joseph. I don't think that's a better fit as far as corner play. So that's just something to think about, man. That's just my opinion, man. So if y'all agree or disagree, man, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Let me know how you feel, because like I said, a lot of this stuff is just based on this year right now. All this stuff can be obsolete next year depending on who they bring in or who they don't decide to bring back. Go ahead, man. Continue supporting, man. We ain't gonna stop, man. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.